and I've decided I hate it. Welcome to today's live stream. There we go. That's much more reasonable. I was in like 3 foot tall Von mode for a minute there. But we are back from the camping trip and it was a phenomenal. I cannot wait for next year, but there's a whole lot between here and there that I've got to get ready for. And so I'm going to be kind of cleaning up. That's why I had it so high, so you could see what was happening. Now I gotta fix it. Right back up there. There we go. Did I click all the buttons correctly? I don't know. Super professional. Do 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 do. Herp and dip and do do. Whoa. I'm gonna be starting by cleaning up my workstation, and then we are gonna be crafting to make some stuff for the upcoming moth market that is October 18th. Oop, I messed up. In Springfield, Missouri. And I'm super duper excited. Interested. It's I click on a page and YouTube pops up. How interested are you in sharing content on YouTube with others? And I'm like, I don't know. I shouldn't be sassy. Woo, it's going and the sound is good. Thank you, baby. Hey, Ann. Hey, Suzette. How are y'all doing today? I'm going to click extremely interested because that's the truth. I think I muted it, so now I'll be able to see everybody's comments. Y'all, we live streamed yesterday making some lampwork glass beads, and I have not opened the kiln to look at them yet, so I'm kind of excited about that. But I told myself I have, absolutely made up rule, but have to clean up my workstation first. Well, hey, Kelly. Kelly says, hello. Hey, this is my first live with you. Well, welcome to the craft room. I'm feeling a little like scattered and like blah today in my brain, but all day today I haven't felt like doing a dang old thing, and I've just been powering through it joyfully. And so I'm so proud of myself that I actually showed up today, because sometimes just showing up can be the hardest part, but we getting it done. So how are all y'all doing today? What are you up to? I'm taking my shoes off because I can't stand wearing shoes right now. There we go. Lift your little pinky if you need help. Help with what? Probably. I'll take all the help I can get. Whoa. Hey, Kay. How are you doing today? Oh, y'all. The camp along was amazing. I'm going to go ahead and start just having verbal diarrhea about the camp along because it was that amazing. If you have any questions, just interject and I'll do my best to answer. Loading the van was the easiest loading the van has ever been in my entire life, whether it was for a vending a trip or a camping trip. It went so well. And so Randy and I ended up getting like pictures of us unloading it once we got to camp, just so that we could try to replicate it, and that actually ended up being really helpful. So thank you, Bobby. Bobby says, absolutely love your necklace. Shoot, me too. I liked it so much, I made a second one because I think I want to keep this one for me. And then, hey, Carrie. Hi, Vaughn. And y'all, I have to clean and organize because my all-in-one from High Tech arrived, and I need to set it up. What's an all-in-one from High Tech? That sounds high tech. It was, gosh, I don't even know. Overarching, the whole weekend was awesome. There were only 3 things that I need to work on. We need to throw that. We need to improve our shade setup for like some shade cloth, and we already have it figured out. I just need to get like a 20 by 30 shade cloth. And then it was hot. It was way hotter than I wanted it to be, but everybody handled it really well. Nobody got heat stroke. That was pretty cool. And everybody was pretty good natured about the fact that we were all sweating mega. So that's okay. And then the third one, I think we're going to have the potluck on Friday instead of Saturday. That way people can bring dishes from home and they don't have to keep it in their cooler all weekend. But then also, primarily, we get to eat the leftovers for the rest of the weekend, which means less cooking for all of us. So I'm excited about that as well. 8-inch lap for polishing rocks and making cabochons. Oh my God, Kay, that sounds awesome. Oh man. Paying bills, says Carrie. Right on. It's good to get them paid. like, I hate paying bills, but I love having electric, water, and internet. I tell you what. Ah, hey longevity, thank you. I just love it. I love the gold flash, but this one I made because Randy really likes the blue flash. And so I'm really pleased with those ones. It was from our newest tutorial that we released, uh, like a week ago. Not this week. I didn't have anything ready for this week, but that's okay. Ah, Kay says, chasing my dream of becoming a lapidariist. Lapidariist. A lapidary artist? Lapidariist. How do you say that? Well, either way, you're already there. Like, I mean, the hardest step is taken. You got the equipment, you're getting it set up. Now it's just a matter of doing the dang old thing, huh? Hey, Patricia. Okay, and then I'm thinking Friday night we had the rave. Sabea's hair glowed under the black light, you guys. That was so cool. And like everybody who dressed up for the rave, it was just awesome. And we got to see Caroline, and she brought so many fantastic gifts. Everybody brought such amazing, like all the goodie bags, like year after year, 3 years running now, have just been outdoing the previous year. Like Hawk had brought these beautiful, I forget what she calls them, but they're these little dancers that you like hang, and they're so pretty and cute and just fey magic 100%. And ooh, Fluffy says, hey Vaughn, will you be doing wire wrapped pumpkins and brooms this year? Happy spooky season. I hope to. Today, once I get my work spot cleared up, I was going to try to prototype a potion bottle, like cabochon wrap, as well as a where you take a cabochon and it'd have like moons sticking out the side. Hey, keeping it real says, hello Vaughn, it's been a while. I'm back at making jewelry again. Love it. Helps with depression. Oh yeah, when in doubt, craft it out. Like, I can't gratitude journal my way out of a funk, but I can craft my way out of a funk 100%. So but Saturday we had the potluck, and the costumes were amazing, you guys. First off, I think Best in Show went to Jim in my heart because he was a solar powered gnome. But then Laura was an enchanted deer, and she let me do her makeup, and then she laid on the front of Hawk's truck and went like like she so awesome costume and awesome sense of humor. Sabea, Michelle, and I wore basically the same costume. Like, we all dressed up like, well, different variations of it, but we looked like a matching set of like moth fairy ladies, and it was awesome. And then Randy was a Sasquatch safari guide. He just wears regular clothes, but like his Don't Sass the Squatch shirt that our friends Yvette and Jason had made for him. Or had gotten made for him. Edwin was a cowboy. Um, Cheyenne had this super cute like fox outfit, but again, it was very warm, so a lot of us ended up like just putting on our costume for pictures and then taking them off because it was a million degrees. It was just like close to 90 with no breeze though, and full sun, full direct sun. That was the hard part. Hence the shade that we need to improve upon. Hawk was like a goddess or something. She had this really cool mask that she had made, and her whole outfit was just beautiful. Same for Shadow. I can't remember, did Crystal dress up? But, and then Kendra was there, and she, like, we looked like woodland creatures. It was phenomenal, you guys. Like, make papillon for your neck full of butterfly with small butterfly. Looks gorgeous. Okay, I've never heard of that, but I'll have to, is that the name of the technique? Craft it out as I still have right hand issues. Gotcha. 30 PD magnet helps. Gotcha. Oh, well, thank you. I just put it in this morning. I was just gonna like show up wearing a potato sack, and I was like, I gotta put in the effort, because sometimes you gotta make your own energy. And so I was like putting on my war paint and doing my hair and thinking about all the things that make me happy and feel so full of vitality in life, which is crafting and our friends and stuff. So thank you guys. I needed that. I needed the weekend in the woods hanging out. The Milky Way was beautiful. I didn't get to relax nearly as much as what I would have liked typically on a camping trip. So I kind of stepped away from the I'm camping mindset because normally camping equals me holding down a hammock, drinking like coffee and cocoa the whole time. It was a little warm for that, but I went instead for festival vibes, and that was an absolute freaking poi. Oh my god, we had so many of us spinning poi together. Hawk brought these really amazing, like interestingly shaped poi. Um, are you a music lover? I am. I am. Like I love music. All sorts of music, and I'm trying to learn to play the guitar. So that's been fun. But my elbow's been hurting me. Hey Sam, how's it going? I heard it picking up heavy stuff and holding it out like this. That's specifically what's bothering it. So then whenever I'm hurting like that, it gets my mood down, and that's why I've been kind of down in the dumps today. And I was like the whole time I was icing my elbow. You can't smell me, but I smell like tiger balm, the red kind, which is like ultra strength. But I'm just trying to like take it easy. We'll see how that goes. And then what else is there? We went swimming on Sunday. We spent, what was it, about 3 hours in the lake? Is that what Laura had said? I don't know. I lost track of time, but it was a lot of fun. And it's a state park, so we couldn't take any of the rocks and stuff with us. But there were a lot of really cool rocks. Hawk was pulling them up and showing them to us. But I try to only take, I'm gonna be honest, I'll take pine cones if they're in the road, because they'd get run over and damaged anyways. And then if there is a cool piece of gravel in a part that's like, please don't arrest me, state parks, but sometimes I'll take gravel. If it's like a very pretty piece of gravel that has like a hole in it or something. But I try to not take anything that was like already there. But it's like whenever they put in gravel for like paving the roads and stuff, I'm like, but then I put a rock back. Like I think that's fair. So Samantha says, it sounds like you've been grounding. We all need that. Oh, heck yeah. To this morning, we went through, and Randy has this machete that looks like, what are the gladiator? A gladius? Is that the gladiator swords? So I was getting that's probably another thing that didn't help my elbow. I was mowing down the tomato plants to get ready for fall this morning. And so that was very grounding. Nothing will center you like sword fighting a tomato plant. It looks bruised. It's just my guns. No, it might be. Like, it might be. We'll have to play it by ear and figure it out. But right now, I'm just coiling all the little coils onto of some scrap wire, because my little scrap wire project of making fairy bottles full of my wire wrapping scrap is really making my brain happy. I've got 2 different sizes of bottles. All that she wants is another baby. Herpin' derpin' dooba doo dooba doo. Herpin' puppa doo doo. Aw, well thank you, Cusco. Can you make a bracelet for me? Maybe. We're not open to taking custom orders right now, but we do have some bracelets for sale up on our website, backtoearthcreations.com. Hey, Jessica the Huntress, how are you doing? Sorry, I'm pretty bad about keeping up with comments. Hey, Peace Wolf, how are you doing? Did you have a good time at the camp along? I want to hear about y'all's experience from the camp along. Hey, Lewis. Hey, Tenna. Well, hey, Anki. I'm glad that you do enjoy our work. Okay. So we've got just making little coils because I'm going to slide them off and put them in a bottle. Samantha says, nearly 9 years I've been following you now, always making me smile. It's wonderful to get to have shared like the kind of the peripheral, like just being on the sidelines and getting to hear what you're up to and how you're doing. It warms the cockles of my bitter heart. So thank you for being here. Hey Jay, how's it going? Jessica says, doing well, glad to hear the camp along was fun. Oh my god, so fun. And then we all kind of got packed up and loaded out before it got hot on Monday, and everybody made it home safe as far as I'm aware, which that's phenomenal. Like, that's always my worry. I'm like, it'll be a good weekend when we're all checked in getting home safe, because some of our folks, they drive like what, like 20 hours? How long is Laura's drive from basically Canada down into southern Oklahoma or like mid Oklahoma? Oh, bye, longevity. Well, thanks for popping by. Or them be damned. I'm always happy to see you. And I threw some stuff on the ground, so let me pick that up. Oh, that she wants is another baby. Whoa. Doo doo. Okay. All right. We are going to get to wire wrapping. And I wanted to try, do I have any tabs set aside that are round? New. So I'm going to practice making a little potion bottle with a grooved teardrop. Small bottles with goodies are lovely additions to protective witch bells. Ooh, I love that walk. Wow, Carrie says I've been watching Vaughn for nearly 7 years now. I've learned so much. Oh, I'm so glad to be helpful to you. I hope I keep learning. Samantha says, even if I am on the other side of the planet, your channel feels like home. Bitch, we're gonna have to go to Australia one day. I'm just saying. The camp along was great. Best trip I've had in a long time, but also haven't had a vacation in a long time either. Right on. Whoa. Yes, free accommodation here always. I'll keep that in mind. I still have to get my passport. So I think I'm going to be using, let's go with an 18 gauge wire. So I'm using some of the 18 gauge. Is this backwards? Am I backwards? I don't know how to get it to not be backwards. So I'm not going to worry about that right now. But I promise you that says 18 gauge. I don't know what that is in chicken nuggets, but I'm like 220 pounds. I'm a good eater. Like, I'm a good eater. Do 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 do. That okay though. I've also been married for 20 years, and my husband likes fat chicks. So boom, go me. So I figure if I'm feeling good and my husband likes me, that's the only opinions I need to worry about. Hey Lydia, how's it going? Do 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 do. We will take your word for it. Right on. Well, somebody's in here saying, I think your weight near about 65. And I'm like, I don't know what that is in kilogram. What's a kilogram, really? Do, 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 do. Yeah, I'm not like bragging or anything. All I know is that steel weighs more than feathers. Steel is heavier than feathers, says my husband. So I've snipped off here about 12 inches of wire. Whoa. And I'm going to come in and we're going to do a bend right about in the middle. Now, shameless self-promotion, we are using 2.2 pounds equals 1 kilogram. Right on. I'm also not great at math. What's up, baby? Oh, you got another bracelet made? May I have 2 rings to join it with, please? Yes. But thank you, Kelly, for letting me know. So my husband all day, Randy, my Randy, that y'all got to meet at the camp along, has been making these stretchy European 6-in-1 chainmail bracelets. Thank you, baby. He's real, I promise. He's over there shaking his head. Oh, well, thank you. I didn't recognize you, but I recognize your necklace right away. It's gorgeous. Well, shoot. Well, thank you. We made this just recently for one of our newest tutorials that I'm really excited about. But I've been wanting to, ever since I hurt my hand, I've been wanting to get back into making like larger pieces, but I can really only make like maybe 1 or 2 big pieces like that a week, and the rest of it's just smaller stuff, but that's okay. So let me get the ends of this joined together for, we're preparing up for our moth market at the, is it the Expo Center in Springfield, Missouri on October 18th. Don't trust her. Randy's AI. That'd be pretty cool actually if AI could do that, but I'm not gonna hold my breath for AI to be able to replicate what Randy's got going on. So we did well enough at Dragon Con that I want to get as much as we can made uniquely for Moth Market before we start like kind of, I don't want to say mass producing, but the way that we prep up for our larger shows where we have a 10 by 20 booth, we'll try to make every design, like Randy, especially with our chainmail, he'll try to make every, each weave. So, for example, this European 6-in-1, which each one ring has 6 others in it, if you can see. But I love that it's stretchy because you don't have to worry about using a clasp or anything. It just makes a really nice, like, continuous bracelet, which I dig. You know I am joking, so actually, oh yeah, oh I know you're joking, Lydia. Yeah, I'm gonna spell it out in chat. It's called the Moth Market. And smile a face. There we go. Just in case you can't understand what it is that I'm saying. Okay, where'd my wire go? Here we go. So we've got the bend in our wire. But yeah, it's like 417 Moth Market is the website or something. But there's also links if you've signed up for our free newsletter to where you can get the, there's a link in the newsletter that you can click on and find out all the pertinent information. Whoa. Mama Bear says, my city has a cryptid con next weekend. What state are you from? That's really cool. What's a like, is that like Mothman and Bigfoot and stuff? Oh, that'd be fun. I hope you do well there. Or are you vending there? Or it's just that they have it? I'm sorry. I'm jumping all over the place. I live in Missouri in the southwestern corner near like Joplin. So really close to both the Oklahoma and Arkansas state lines. So with this is the shameless self-promotion, you guys, is we make these grooved cabochons, whether they are our home fused glass that we fuse ourselves and then add the groove to, or if it's gemstones that we buy at different gem and mineral shows and then add the groove to ourselves. So that's how we're getting that to fit in there. Do you see that groove? There we go. So that's actually, we use a lapidary tool. There's a short here on our channel, but we use a lapidary tool to cut that. It's not lapidary, it's a glass grinder tool. And it makes that groove, and that way we can get it to fit, which I think is just very neat. Like, it'll just fit right there in the edges, and then I don't have to worry about any of the making a cage or it slipping out or anything like that. Oh my gosh, wow, what a small world. We haven't gone to Texas. I'm gonna be honest, we haven't done any events since 2019 other than Anime St. Louis and Dragon Con in Atlanta, Georgia. Anime St. Louis is in like St. Charles, Missouri, but it's up by St. Louis, Missouri. And so I want this to be a potion bottle, so I'm gonna like try to bend the neck up a little bit. All that she wants is another baby. Well, hey, Abby. It's been a while. I hope you're well. You probably don't remember me now. I don't know. We've got, my niece's name is Abby, but then we'd also, over the years, had a couple of friends with the screen name Abby. So I'd love if you reminded me. But welcome back. Mothman is my manner. Nice. Also, I love your screen name, Stupid Cat Lover. Hey Denise, how are you doing? How have you been? Oh no, Carrie says, unfortunately, I'm having hand surgery on the 7th this month. If I can't work my pliers, I'm going to cry. Oh no. Is it your left or your right hand? Oh, Abby. Are you in the UK or in the States? You were in the hospital for 2 years, then neuro rehab for another 2, but now I'm home in my own bungalow. Holy smokes, Abby, I'm glad you're still with us. We were worried about you for a while there. You were really going through it. You're a trooper to make it through all that. How are you now? Been a long time. I read for you at a fair years ago. Saphira Star Song. Wow. What fair was it, I wonder? Read for me. Do. Hey, Giovanna. Okay, doing well, getting ready for Balloon Fiesta. Is that like hot air balloons? Or like just like balloons? Either way, that's exciting. Spirit Fair, Cindy Green, Springfield. I don't believe I've ever been there, but maybe I've got a doppelganger running around. Are you still in the Springfield area? Ah, well, thank you, Enrico. So that's how the little bottleneck's going to be kind of coming up and out. And I think I'm going to use, I need a thinner gauge wire than that. Let's grab some 24. Uh-oh, where's my 24 gauge? Ruh-roh. He was in Alabama. Whoa. Oh, well, heck, I have lost my 24 gauge. No, I haven't. I just was looking in the wrong spot. So here's some 24 gauge. The higher the number, the thinner the wire. So like our 16 gauge wire is dummy thick. And then our 26 gauge or 24 gauge is quite thin. If you're able to see that there. Dude, that's great, Abby. My aunt is in a rehab care facility for 2 years now. Nice to see there may be some hope. Right on. Are you using soft wire? I am. It's from a company called parawire.com, and it's not full dead soft because it is enameled. So, which I love because that way I don't have to worry about it tarnishing, and I can get that nice like stainless steel tone without having to actually use stainless steel, which is a little stiff for what I like to do. But it's not full dead soft because it's been a little work hardened. But if there's like dead soft, half hard, and full hard, it's closer to, it's between dead soft and half hard, but closer to the dead soft end. I hope that makes sense. Gets better. Being in the community again makes a huge difference. Right on. 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I'm just doing 5 little coils, and this is not a tutorial. This is like a craft room chit chat. It's okay. Super durable. It did not break. If this goes well, we'll do a full tutorial, and that way you don't have to worry about if you can't really see what's going on right now. This is just my work day in the craft room. I just wanted to hang out with you guys and catch up a little after the camping trip, which again is a little bit of such a blur right now. It was amazing though. The details are blurry, but I had a blast. I'm always durability testing. The green bow looks good. It's a survival of the fittest cab. Yes. So the way that I've done that on there, it's poking up too much. So recently, after trying your technique, I wasn't successful because it was so hard to bend the wire. It was destroying my thumbs. Right on. Yeah, using, if you can get your hands on just some bare copper wire, and then like even like a butane cooking torch, you can anneal it to make it soft, and that can be really helpful. So now I'm trying out, I've brought it across. I'm just gonna do a figure 8 weave. This is gonna be kind of like a little wonky bottle. He gonna be jank. It okay. Wow, Giovanna says I use stainless steel often. It is very hard to use. Right on. What are your favorite uses for the stainless steel wire, if I may ask? Whoa. all that she wants. But yeah, I'm just coming through, doing a very wide. I'm crisscrossing it across and then doing 3, 1, 2, and 3 wraps. This 24 gauge is stout. I tried buying wire on Temu and it was so thin it was like 1/6 the human hair. Oh no. Were you able to find some use for it? Like ooh, I don't even know what you would use for that. Like maybe making some earrings or something. Okay. So now I've been able to bridge that gap. This is, again, it's just kind of jank, but that's okay. Fix 2 diamond in it, white and red. I don't have that right now. I make keyring charms as they get used a lot. I prefer the stainless steel or copper wire. That makes sense. That's a good thinking. 2, 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, and 3. So it doesn't take a whole lot, but there we are at the top of, I'm going to consider that the top of our bottle. Do, 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 boo, do, 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 do. It was so thin it just broke when I tried twisting it. Oh man, Mama Bear. That might be a really good thing for like, we have a bin. I'll actually grab it and show you because I could use a distraction. All that you want is all the way around. Babe, help me. I need to get this song out of my head. It's driving me nuts. So whenever I have something that I can't use or don't want to finish it because I hate the project or insert any reason here, I put it into my crap box bin, which has like this chain. I just can't, like, it's fine. It's not quite big enough for me to put the rings I like to use through. So I was like, I'll give it away. And then we've got some, oh, these are really pretty, but it's not really my style. Just some little, like, there are some, let me dig. Like some of the beads and things, like anything that I'm like, it's too nice to throw away, but I'm not using it in my own crafting. I put it in here, and then we do donations to the crisis center. That way, if there's any other crafters, so you can thrift store it, you can give it away to, like, if anybody in your area does like a maker space. Are those still around? Like they were really picking up in popularity for a little bit, and I haven't heard anything about them since then. And then I don't know, you can just like, you can give things away. It's okay to like not hoard all of your crafting supplies. So, oh well, hey Crafty Dancer, I actually made it. All that she wants is another day. Whoa. We actually have a tutorial here on our YouTube channel showing you how to make your own. And actually, that's one of the things I'm going to work on, is making a matching necklace for this one, which is the sister piece. The one I'm wearing has a gold flash because that's my favorite, but this one has a blue flash. And so each one has its own like little bit of personality, even though they're sister pieces. Oh wow! This is, oh my god, that's so cool. I like making necklaces too, though they're a different style than yours. Right on. And that's the thing too, is that even whenever I try to follow somebody else's tutorial, it's every piece always comes out yours. Like, you know what I mean? Once you've had your hands in it and on it like that, even if you're like following instructions, it just becomes your own. And that's one of the things I love about wire wrapping. Giovanna says, at the moment I have recuperated some electric wire that was in the walls, and I'm stripping them to use for trees of life. Nice. Do you do anything like to it to like before working with it? Like, do you anneal it or anything, or is there anything other than just stripping it and going? I put it with my miscellaneous miniatures junk box and thought I might figure out something else to do it since it's not okay for jewelry. Right on. It might be perfect for just putting on a little itty bitty spool to have like miniature wire. Like, okay. Enrico, steel is hard to work, but it is possible. Just don't try to work with the wire too much as it gets brittle. Gotcha. Barbie says, my husband just heard you say it's okay to not hoard. I think I need to hide for the weekend. No, I mean, it's okay to hoard as well in an organized manner. That way you can find it and use it. Because I tell myself, if If I can't find it to use it, then what's the point of having it?
Lie to them.
What? Wait, where's the lie? And I'll figure out a way to argue.
It's okay to hoard.
Randy says the lie is that it's okay to hoard. Well, hoarding happens, and that's okay. Do, 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 do. Herp, derp, derp, derp. Whoa, there we go. Still have the... So we've gotten this far with our little potion bottle. And then before snipping off that wire, I kind of just went to experiment with some little hematite star beads, making the trees together, CDS cut in a moon shape. Okay. Amazing. Hey Amy says, I use a lot of electrical grade aluminum. It is stronger and takes a hammer weld. Nice. Where do you get that from? If you don't mind sharing. Because like I didn't much care for the aluminum fencing wire because it's very dirty. And so we use a lot of aluminum like welding diode for, oh, it's just a little star. Whee! For making our chainmail rings back when we used to coil and cut our own rings. Do 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 do. Whoa. But yeah, I'm just gonna slide that bead on there. I don't know if I want the little star. No, I don't want it up there. We're gonna put one of these beads on instead. In Italy, we don't use aluminum for electricity, only copper. That's nice. That sounds real nice. Ooh, I know what we're gonna do instead. So here we have these lolly beads. It's backwards, I'm sorry. I don't know how to fix that. For my necklaces, I focus less on the wire and more on the rock. I polish and tumble my own rocks. Oh, that's really cool. And let me scroll because I think I missed. Hey, Lillian. Ooh, Crafty Dancer said, and also I'm better at earrings. That's enviable. I suck at earrings. Because, like, I can make them, but they don't match. Which is, you kind of need that. You need them to match. So, that's okay, I guess. Woo, the tripod's wobbling on me. That's what I get for standing it on my desk. It okay. Oh, yeah, for sure, Carrie. And I'll also, sometimes whenever we're needing to raise money for, like upcoming, we've got some plumbing work and getting a branch taken down from one of our neighbor's trees that's in our yard. We'll probably put some crap boxes up for sale on our website where I put in some of the beads that need to find a new home, as well as like some of my jewelry and stuff, just to kind of try to, as like a fundraiser a little bit. Okay, so I'm using a 2, 3, and 4 millimeter bead, and then I'm coming back down. Abby says sisters not twins is what they say about other things, so maybe it can apply for earrings. That's a good point. Sisters not twins. I also enjoy doing Native American style necklaces, but those are less for everyday wear. Yeah, that makes sense. Whoa. Earrings should match. It says luck in the rain. So now I'm just doing a little bead, like, I don't know, almost like bubbles or something coming out of the potion. And now, let's see. Now I'm gonna add the little star, and I think I'm gonna put one of those little beads on either side of it. Mama Bear says, I think mismatched is cute as well. That's a good point. Though I like making polymer clay. I'd made some polymer clay earrings recently, now that you got me thinking about it. And I loved making those with the little polymer, like I used a leaf to imprint them and had the little similar beads as to what I'm using here coming down. But I wanted to experiment with making, since when my hand hurts and I can't wire wrap, I wanted to see if I could make something that looked like a heady wire wrap from like a distance, but up close you can tell it's polymer clay. And I'm really pleased with how that one came out because it's very lightweight too. And then it's got that same leaf pattern there on the back. Oh, well, thank you. Okay, so we got that on there. And then I'm going to slide that on. And then I'm just going to go like whoop and get another little bead. Oh, well, thank you, Mama Bear. Y'all inspire me all the time, so I feel super lucky. But yeah, they're just a little, I mean, it looks probably a little silly, but this, I don't know, kind of the whole point of this is to be a little silly, I think, sometimes. But I wanted it to look like sparkly and magic. Oh, last time your earrings matched was in the 70s? Nice. But yeah. So just a little something at the tip. And I don't know if this is even going to look like very potion-y. Giovanna says, I love polymer clay. It has been a long time that I have used it though. Right on. Everything has a season, and I think that's okay. Like 100%, I think that is okay. Now I'm glad we decided to use the 24 gauge because now I'm able to come through and kind of press it with my thumbnail. Do, 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 do. Whoa. Whoop. And now I'm going to go ahead and give that a snip. I like to snip the wire where it's on the front side. That way it's not going to be rubbing on your skin or anything in a way that's uncomfortable. Ah, well, thank you, Lydia. But yeah, so there's our little bottle. I don't know if it looks very bodily. What would make it look more bodily, I wonder? I think if we used a cabochon like this is one of our homemade glass cabochons, and do you see how it's clear over here? Sometimes whenever I make those, I'll scooch the clear glass that we put on the top over just a little bit to give it like a lensing so that it'll bubble off to the side like that, and I think that will make a very cool like partially filled not lotion potion bottle effect. And then I was thinking if I could put like a bead, because we make some of our own lamplight glass beads, but I thought it'd look really cool to do like a bead. That one's too big though, but we'll have to find like the right size proportion. And so from here, I think I'm going to use my finger just to measure, just to get it to be even. That's probably too much. I'm going to come out about 15 millimeters. Look at me using millimeters instead of inches. Well, hey, Brielle says, I like how calming this live stream is. Well, awesome. How are you doing today? And then I'm going to use our mandrel pliers to come through, and I'm just doing like a, I know it's not in frame. Like, again, this isn't really a tutorial. It's more of a body double hangout to make ourselves be a little productive, maybe. I don't know why, I just can't get hardly anything done unless I've got like a video going to like keep me company. And so I appreciate you guys coming and keeping me company. And hopefully I'm helping you to be more productive as well. Though, not like too productive. It's okay to take breaks and stuff. Allegedly. But, so, I've just made these little loops up at the top. And you can see there is no wiggle on that labradorite, which I'm very pleased about. And then, what are we going to do? We could use some stainless steel rings. So here I have, these are some 18 gauge 3/16 square cut stainless steel. And I don't know if that's going to be a good size or not. Maybe. No, that's a little small. Okay, so I won't be using those ones. Do I have another contender? All that she wants is no fire. Now something that would be really cool is we could take some of the wire that we trimmed off and we could thread it through a little bead and put it. This might be cool. Let's see if we can do that. No. And then I think I'm going to use a purple bicone as. I could also just use one of the same lolly beads. Will this even fit on my wire? It does, thank goodness. Hey, Jean! No poo. I really caught alive. How are you doing today? How are you doing, Jean? So there we are. Is that a good little stopper, do you think, for the top of our bottle? I don't think I like that. Let's do the loop instead. I might like it on a different bottle, but not on this one today. After like almost a year, it has been a really long time. How have you been? Ooh, I kind of like that. We splayed it out. Let's use a bigger bead. So I'm going from a 6mm bicone to like, what are you? An 8mm round. Oh yeah, that's thick. Okay. But I think that's going to give it the nice, like, robust stopper look that I'm looking for. Uh-oh. Can we get through there? Maybe? Let's splay it out just a little wider. Oh, bother. There's a big problem with beads in the wire. Does it fit? Yup. And I always forget to check until I'm already in love with the beads. Nope. Oh, I thought I had gotten it through. My significant other had a stroke. Oh no, but he's great. I called 911. They got him in and he's just a little different. Okay. Oh. Oh, that's hard, Jean. I'm glad y'all have each other, though, I tell you what. Hoo-wee. And good luck to y'all in his recovery as well. Hey, Tyne, how's it going? Alright, so I'm gonna... For sure, yeah. Okay. Do we like this better? Yes, I love it. Okay. Yes, quick and full recovery. Hey, Esoterica, how's it going? But this way, we can just have it hanging kind of in line with like a necklace or something, or you know, the head's all, you can just squish it a little. You know, I'm pretty pleased. Or, hey, baby, do you see this? What if we did a whoop? Yeah, we're doing that. Faux show. Sending best wishes for a good recovery. Y'all are so kind. Oh. Okay, so I'm gonna try something over here. Well, hey, Mary Haycraft. It's Chick with an Edge. Well, hey, Chick. Oh, I'm doing really well. How have you been? I still have some chunks of blue aventurine. I don't know why, but I thought maybe that would work for your bead. Blue aventurine is so pretty. Something like that would totally work for this. And that's the thing, is that if you're crafting along, you can use whatever you want to use to go with your creation. And so we've made that wee bitty little loop up there at the top. Whoa. All that she wants. And then we're doing that little style of like shepherd hook right there. Wow, I quit smoking in November of last year, said Jean, and have not picked another one up to smoke. That's phenomenal. I remember you were quitting. I'm so proud of you that you kept up with it. 2 loops on the side. That's a good idea, Giovanna. Here, let me... Sometimes I can do some of my wire wrapping standing, and sometimes if I want to think, I gotta sit down. Like, does that make sense? Like, I gotta sit so I can focus. There we go. But yeah, I want to give myself about that same amount of space on the other side, but I'm not going to do the bend yet because I want to be able to get it centered up. Hey LP, currently we are not shipping outside of the United States, but we hope to eventually in the future. It's just we were having, for one, it's very expensive, and for two, there was a very low success rate in packages actually making it to where they were supposed to go. So we figure until that gets sorted, we're not gonna put everybody through all that. So, but thank you for asking. Fortunately, we do free tutorials on just about all of our designs, so do feel free to contact a creator in your area and link them a video of something that you're interested in having made, and hope maybe they can help you out with that. I know that we've got a lot of very talented folks from the UK who hang out with and participate with our channel and chat and stuff, so maybe one of them can help you out. Yeah, for sure. Now I figured, especially, like, I knew this logically before hurting my hand, but after hurting my hand, I was like, I can't make all the jewelry even that I want to make. So I'm very encouraging to other folks that if you follow one of our tutorials and you want to put that up for sale, or if you want to like have it on your website, or so long as you aren't like taking the video and then charging people money for the free tutorial video, I can't think of anything that I'm like, if you bought the wire, you bought the beads, and you did the work, it's yours now. Go sell it. Usually my only request is that if somebody goes, oh my god, that's so cool, how do you make it? Please show them how to make it. Whether you show them by your own hands or send them back to my tutorials or some other new tutorial on the internet. The love of the craft, the more people we have wire wrapping, the better it is for the entire creative community, really, because you're going to come up with things, whether you're a wire wrapper or not, you're going to have ideas and perspectives and things that I might have never come up with. So I think it certainly helps me to learn to teach freely, if that makes sense. Whoa. Okay, so here we are. We've got that like that, but I'm kind of turning it down this way. And then now that I've made both of the ends, I can try to, I'm going to try to circle it up so that it's sitting like little urn arms. Well, this didn't really come out how I wanted, but that's fine. Ooh, I don't know. I kind of freaking love it though. What do you think of that? It looks like a belly dancer going like to me. So I think I may snip up. I had a lot of fun making those little shepherd hooks. I think I'm going to snip them off and just do a loop on either side so that it can sit on a necklace. Giovanna says, you are so right, Vaughn. Why should we keep a craft to ourselves when we can share? Right? And it's the more I share, the more I learn, so that's all I can do. So I've always told people I only use glass cabs from Back to Earth Creations because all their cabs are handmade and original designs. Well, I appreciate the heck out of you, Amy, but we tell you the colors and stuff that we use in our glass cabs too, so you can get yourself a kiln and make your own of those as well. I would watch your channel, but you are showing too much. Are you able to see? Well, and also, oh, I like that folded over. I know that this is one of the, it's just one of our live streams. We usually show more whenever it's an actual tutorial, but this way we get to just hang out. Whoa. Oh, well, thank you, Lydia. Y'all are so kind. Thank you. I'm putting in a vote for a tutorial. Okay. Right on. Oh, are my mammary glands? It's like 80 degrees in our house, you guys. I'm sorry. I'm fat and got big old titties. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Sorry. Oh, please pardon me. Tiggo bitty, says my husband. Like, I'm sitting here sweating. I'm doing the best I can and letting the rough end drag. My name is Yvonne. It's Y-V-O-N-N-E, but a lot of people just call me Vaughn. So, well, no, Well, I grew them. I guess I'm gonna, hang out with them. All right, so we've got those clipped, but I can respect that. But also, the wonderful thing is it's the internet. You can click off. Like, I know I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and that's all right. But I might not have been brewed for you, And also TMI, but I did grow up as a nudist, so we're all kind of lucky that I've got clothes on at all. So in this heat. Whoa. Oh, well, thank you, Giovanna. Okay, so we've put our wire through there, and it's not really. I think it'd look better if I did a wrapped loop. Is kind of what I'm. Oh, Abby. Oh, I shouldn't laugh because that's his monitors and stuff, but that's hilarious. Yeah. Well, people have a right to what they like. Humidities, yeah. Oh, Carrie says I watch your belly dance too. I'm gonna try it out. It looks fun. Right on. I'm gonna be honest, it's a ton of fun. I love it. And I'm gonna be doing another, I think this evening. I'm going to put together the week 2 video for that. So if you follow along with the week 1 and you're ready to do more drills, we're gonna be. I just watched a Netflix special on nudists. Oh, I'll have to watch it and see how it holds up to my experience. Hey Wendy, how's it going? Be proud. Imagine being 60 years old and ask for help with sizing and clerk suggests the preteen section. I had to leave. Oh, well, that's a blessing, though. My sister, she's got J's, y'all. Like, she used to make fun of me because she'd take my bra and put it on like it was, like, bug. This is before I, like, gained my weight, so, like, I was still in A cup. But she put them on like they were, like bee eyes, like, bzz, bzz, bzz. And so I took hers and put it on like it was a helmet, and then she punched me. But I had it coming. Yeah, heart attack by Mary. Oh, y'all. Well, we're going to stop talking about this now because it is making me feel self-conscious. That okay. I hadn't really thought about it too much till somebody said something. All right, so we got that kind of primped and smushed around a little. And I'm pretty pleased. But do you see how, like, one's a little lower than the other? There we go. I'm very pleased with that, you guys, and I absolutely love that bead. Hey Wanda, how are you doing today? Yeah, super duper pleased with that. Now we have to make like a whole necklace to go with it though. So one of the things that we're gonna do is I'm gonna come through using these same beads, those little lolly beads that we use down there at the side. I'm gonna come through and I think I'm gonna use a 4mm. Yeah, I'm just gonna do a little 4mm bead. Do we do? Let's do some hematite. Okay. So the way I have my beads organized is by general color scheme. So here we've got, it is a super juicy lab. I love it. Here we have like all of my like black and gray. And then I also have, I don't know if you're able to see over here, we do our drawers organized like this as well. So you can see over here we've got the colors, and so they're not as perfectly organized as I would like, but it's good enough. I'm going to use, since we put that hematite star on there, where'd my pendant go? I think I'm going to do a little hematite, maybe one of these cute barrel beads. I like anything that's faceted, but that's a little too big. Ooh, that's nice. Yeah, we'll do those ones. Now I need to, the very crucial, will it fit? Ah, son of a duck. It didn't fit. I coordinate by color too. Nice. I used to keep them separated by like type and stuff, but then it was, it just helps having like color groups together, especially when I'm designing. Okay, so I'll just have to use a different sized wire because I don't think my 16 gauge is going to fit through any of these really. But we've got just a little, it's kind of like a bicone. Well, it's just blurry. It's like a bicone that's rounded on the pointed tip. Oh, thank you, Giovanna. I do enjoy them. Hey, Stephanie, I have to thank you so much for putting together that Facebook group for the camp along. That was so nice for, you know, folks to have a spot to be able to post like the pictures and things. And I don't know if I ever thanked you properly for that, Stephanie, but that really meant a lot to us. Thank you for doing that. Okay, that's a 22 gauge. Maybe an 18 gauge will fit. Well, that's what I was using. All right. So maybe a 20 instead of a 20. Amber, no. My cat's just knocked over my bead shelf. There's beads everywhere. No. Oh, no. That's... I don't even know what to tell you. Oh, man. Ooh. Which ones did you get as a 12 pack? Like these ones? Hey, Hawk. How's it going? Oh, hey, Esther. Thank you so much. Okay, we're going to slide on. Will it fit? It does. It fits on a 20 gauge. That's fantastic. Ooh, Barbie says, I went to see camp along pictures. Where do I find them? The thing is they're up in the group. That's a private group because I don't know if everybody wants to, like, be on the internet. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Because I haven't posted any to like our videos or anything because I didn't really get clearance from everybody if they wanted to, you know, wanted posted. But that's just how I do. Oh, really? Yeah, Randy and I are still recovering from some bug bites, but okay, so I'm just threading them on like this. And it's going to be 3 beads, that's a link, and that's a link. Hey, Off Grid, holy smokes. We're getting to see so many folks that we haven't seen in ages. How are y'all doing? Started out with plastic. I won't even look at plastic now. Gotcha. I will use plastic beads sometimes, usually in very big costume pieces that I want to keep very lightweight. So like if I'm doing like a big like carnival style like headdress or something that you want it sparkly and flashy and pretty, I'll use, where are they? Well, I lost them, which that's concerning, but they're like plastic rhinestones essentially, but they're like these big old like 1 inch big foil backed like rhinestones. I'll use them there, but if it's something that like we're gonna be wearing, I use glass or gemstone or metal or shell or something like that. I've stayed in the shadows but watched your dragon masks were epic. Oh, thank you so much. We're hoping to get back to sculpting them this month, actually. But it's kind of been... I know we got home on Monday, but then we slept for most of, like, until 8 a.m. Tuesday morning. And then I'm just going to be making, like, a wrapped link. So I'm trying to take my time getting my button under me and getting back into gear and working again. But I can't make any promises on like how often we'll be live streaming or other things like that. So I don't know when we'll be getting back to the dragon heads. So hopefully soon. This week we've been real tied up with like getting stuff ordered for like our materials. Like we're prepping for the holiday season, so we're getting all the stuff ordered so that it can get in here. We're getting a plumber lined up and an arborist lined up so that we can get some things taken care of with the house, and just kind of trying to get all that in line before I feel like I'm going to be able to like sit down and give um, sculpting my undivided attention. Recyclable. Ooh, I recycle plastic bottles in my work as well. That's cool, Giovanna. Carrie says recyclable is cool. I like the idea. Oh, 100%. Ember says, I make little bead and copper wrapped car air freshener cinnamon brooms. What? I use plastic there. That's about it. Right on. That's super cool, though. I bet those work really well, too, and smell so nice. Is it like a cinnamon stick? I will be putting a short of my charms to the plastic bottles soon on my channel. Ooh. Finally finished cleaning the truck from the weekend. Right on. I do hope you had a good time, Hawk. It was fantastic. Thank you for the recommendation for the park. It was just perfect. All right, and then doing a wrapped loop. We do have a whole wire wrapping masterclass on how to make bead links and different things here on the channel if y'all are interested. You soak 2 cinnamon sticks, tie them off, and split into strips. Okay. That sounds neat. I'm another baby. Whoa. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Whoa. So that we're going like this. We're going to go bonk. And I just pull on the ends, and it just helps to get everything. The beads aren't having too much tension against each other. Just a nice little boop. Ooh, that's gonna look sharp. Okay. Do it again. It's hard juggling life and channels. I feel you, hun. You guys are always kicking it. Well, thank you. It's like basically our whole business had like over the past 5 years, we've gone through this entire arc, and then it like all, now I don't want to say crashed and burned because that implies like it took like 2 years for it to crash and burn, but we're kind of back at almost square one. But no, not square one, because we're doing better than what we were 5 years ago. But as far as like YouTube reach and a lot of the different things and like being able to make internet sales, it's all come round full circle again. That it feels like we're back where we were at 5 years ago, but we're wiser than what we were. We have a lot more experience. We've got all y'all, like this community, like the community's still there. So even though the administrative side of YouTube has kind of, I feel, dropped the ball on us, and like AI wasn't really around the way that it is now 5 years ago. So we didn't need to compete with like people watching AI generated videos and stuff. And I don't really know how much of anything has to do with anything, but our community has kept us going this whole time. So I really appreciate you guys, like truly. And getting to actually spend some time with y'all in the woods at the camp along did a whole lot to revitalize me. Just in my heart. Yeah, a new chapter for sure. It was a great weekend other than the heat. Glad we had enough firewood. Thank you for the firewood as well. Yeah, the heat was just, man, that was, oh, we're no wilting violets, I tell you. We all made it through that heat intact. Oh, well, thank you, Tigress. Yeah, Giovanna says, I hate AI. It's so bad now. And the thing, like, unpopular opinion, I think AI is going to pan out to be, hopefully, I'm optimistic about it. I think it'll be a really good tool. I think it'll make the bar of entry a lot more accessible for people who want to be creative but are having a hard time getting their visions out. It's just everything experiences its growing pains and its weirdness and stuff, and I just, well, I mean, time will tell. There's nothing I can do about it. You know, my brain's already rotted and turned to soup, so I'm just waiting until I live in servitude like a house cat to my Roomba or whatever robot mows my grass. So that's my future. Until then, we have hobbies to keep us happy. AI can't craft yet. if we worry, we suffer twice. So I do my best to do my best, and that's all I can do. do, 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 do. Oh, do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. All right, so we're gonna line that up. YouTube absolutely dropped the ball for everyone. The fact that you've kept the smile on your face means we can all do it with a little strength. I have to go to bed, but wanted to say, hey, well, thank you for stopping by, truly. Like, game recognized game. If it were easy, we'd all be retired by now, but we'll see you around off grid. Keep doing what you're doing. I think once it's regulated better and settles into a place in the world, it'll be useful and more of assistance rather than a replacement. I'm going to be honest, I'm not a huge fan of regulation in most things. Just as a person, I don't like being told what to do. So every time that YouTube's like, we have a new regulation for blah, 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 I'm like, great. Because anyways, very rarely benefits me at all. Like as a viewer or as a YouTuber. But I would like to see AI not be, like, why is it in my emails? Like, why is it whenever I'm like trying to text my friend in Instagram, it's like, do you want an AI to write it for you? And I'm like, no, I want my friend to read the drivel that I wrote. So, so yeah. Ooh, Carrie says I like the AI generated guys. Ooh la la. We deserve the future. My friend sent me a really cute AI generated like cat wearing a Pink Panther kigurumi. So I'm like, there's hope for the future. Like, I don't know. Remember the Matrix, right? It's all, what a time to be alive. But we have our crafting, we have our things. The theory that I've been kind of clinging to whenever I feel out of my depth and don't know what to do or where to direct myself is I just wonder, if I won the lottery and I didn't have to worry about bills or finances or anything, if I could do whatever I wanted with my life today, what would I do? And it usually comes back to wanting to do a bit of gardening, wanting to play a bit of music, wanting to dance a little, wanting to be helpful to folks if I can, and just craft and do my thing. Like, so hopefully that's what gets me through. So hopefully that's helpful to y'all too at all, is just, I think that's the use of a lottery dream isn't necessarily to be ready for when I win the lottery, because I'm not holding my breath on that one. My husband and I have a gambling problem. We forget to buy tickets. We're never going to win at this rate. And then, but take, that lottery dream, which for my husband and I is like 200 acres, and he wants an orchard where he can do fruit tree grafting. And, I'd love to have like, I don't know, basically a bigger version of my backyard garden. And then, from there, it's just a guide to like, okay, well, how can we make that happen without the money? And it's like, that's where we have to get kind of creative. But I use it as a litmus test, a gambling problem. Well, I'm never going to win if I never buy tickets. Oh, Hawk, I'm using a combination of different gauges here. We used an 18 gauge for the frame. This is a groovy cab. And then I used 24 gauge to do that little bit of weaving there and to put like the little beads on it. It's just got a little crossover on the back. And then I used a little bit of scrap from the frame to do that bead. And now I'm using 20 gauge to go through the beads. That's the whole thing has been what fits through the beads. So that's what's determining what gauge I'm using. And now I'm using some 20 gauge 1/8 inch stainless steel rings from the Ring Lord. Ah, well, hey, Johnny's. It says, hello, I'm new here. I have a similar dream with painting, gardening, and crafting. Right on. And so everything that we do right now is just practice for when we win the lottery. But if we never win the lottery, then at least we had fun, in the meantime. And really, today's all we get, so better make the most of it. So, Abby says, it seems like we live in a world of smartphones and dumb people some days. I'm a dumb person. Like I'm way dumber than I need to be. But you know, that's okay. I try to, and I'm very proud of the friends that I have because I feel like I've surrounded myself with, hopefully, especially in my like in-person life and with the community here on YouTube, you know, I whenever at the camp along, I was not the most skilled person in that group. I was not the most experienced gardener. I was surrounded by people who are a wealth of knowledge and experience and kindness. And you become a summation of like the 5 or 6 main people that you hang around. We kind of can't help but pick up some of their traits and perhaps habits and things, you know, and so it's and that's, well, Giovanna says that's not true, Vaughn. You were skilled and intelligent, but so are you. That's the thing, is that it's easy to forget, like whenever we're all just like talking to each other on the phone, and we get people through who are genuine assholes sometimes, you're just being rude, but for the most part, y'all see me and treat me as a human being, and it's easy to forget the depth that everyone has. You know, it's just scrolling through them. It's not just another face on a shorts reel or whatever on the internet. It's, you know, you have your skills, you have your talents and things that you're intelligent at and stuff too. And it's getting to be, yeah, the family reunion at the camp along, it was because people don't come into chat and say, you know, list out all the amazing things that, like, I'd love that actually if y'all would just like do a little blurb and like brag on yourselves, because y'all are always so kind to me. I want to see you directed at yourself too, because you're talented and you're skilled and you're intelligent and you're kind. You know, you've got a lot to offer too. And getting to be around that at the camp along was so like hopeful, optimistic, like I can't think of the right word, but invigorating. Just, it was wonderful. It was wonderful to get to be around the folks that we normally just get to hang out with online. So, oh shit, Kelly, I'm just a grumpy dumpling, but thank you for saying so. It's true though. I'm too tired to say it just for out of being nice. It's true. It's the conversations that I got to just be a fly on the wall for. Because like we set up, Hawk let us set up around her fire rinks. It was way better than the 2 that came with our campsites. Was just everybody set up their chairs around the fire, and like Friday and Saturday and Sunday evening, I would kind of just like go and like pollinate from like one little cluster of conversation to the other, and just getting to hear about, like, you know, we had a couple of folks who were geeking out about 3D printing over here. We had a couple of folks geeking out about this, that, and the other over yonder. And it's like, you know, each person there is just an encyclopedia of, so I don't know. Don't let the internet's depiction of people get you down about humanity. There's still a lot of really badass people out there. And odds are you're one of them. So, end of rant. Where was this? Oh, we went camping at Sequoia State Park in Oklahoma. Near, no, I don't remember the name of the town, but it was our 3rd time doing this. So every year, the last weekend in September, we have our glamp along or camp along with RandyVon, and we pick a spot out in the woods, and we go and we hang out and have a potluck and set stuff on fire and just catch up and hang out with other people from the community here online. And it was a lot of fun. Like, it really was. Oh no. Hawk says, I think we all did fairly well considering the heat that we were doing our gathering with. Yeah, it was really warm. Like, really warm. I was in so much pain, says Hawk. Oh no, that I wanted to tear the bark off a tree. However, I enjoyed being with y'all. I'm sorry to hear that, Hawk. Abby says, anytime I think I will take over, I remember cats exist. Cats always beat the robot feeders. Whenever it's cat versus robot, the cat wins. Everything's probably gonna be fine. Don't worry about it. If we worry, we suffer twice. I'll keep saying that one all the way into my Matrix pod. You know, like just put me next to Randy, And I'll be happy. Yeah, Wagner and Hulbert. Thank you, Hawk. Tigress asks, do you always camp in Oklahoma? No, we're trying to hit a different state every year. So far, we were in DeSoto Park in Alabama. We were at Devil's Den Park in Arkansas. And then this year, we were at Sequoia State Park in Oklahoma. I freaking love this. This is coming out pretty. Do you see that with the little beads? And so it's gonna be, I guess I do got a lot of titty out today, but that's okay. It's hot in here. So Randy told me I looked pretty, so I figured it was fine. Do, 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 do. Maybe one year you can come east towards central Kentucky or even northern Tennessee. Oh, that'd be super cool. That'd be really cool. I would love that. So, which we are open to suggestions of. Hi, hey Dan. I don't know if I had said hey to you when you came in. Ooh, if you ever come to or near North Carolina, I'd love to join y'all for a camp day. That'd be so cool. We're open to suggestions. So if y'all have I hit the state of confusion every year, dude. I thought we all just lived there. Oh, in Ohio, right on. Randy looks pretty too, don't he? Always, yes. He's very handsome. I'm very lucky. But what were we talking about? We look for state parks that have, though we could do a private campground or something too, but we always look for something that's like ADA, so it's got like handicap accessible spots with like showers and toilets. And then if there's cabin rentals available on site and or nearby hotel, that's what we look for, because not everybody camps. If you come to Kentucky, we could go to Cumberland Falls Park. It's the only place that has a moon bow. What on earth is a moon bow? Is that a moon rainbow? Like a nighttime rainbow? What? Carrie says, Michigan has tons of beaches and camping areas. If you have any that are a favorite of yours, Carrie, I'd love to hear about them. So I was looking online at like Michigan and Wisconsin, and they're kind of proud of their prices. Like it was like 50 or 60 bucks for a primitive site, which down here we can get those for like 15 bucks per night. So it's a rainbow on the full moon. Wow, Mary. Do what, baby? A night, yeah. Ooh, doo, 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 doo. Oh. Ohio does have some great campgrounds. They do. I used to live in Ohio. It's beautiful there. Beautiful, beautiful. I have a converted van camper ready for Cumberland. Been wanting to go. Hell yeah, people. Well, it's next year, the last weekend of September. We haven't picked the venue yet, but hopefully we'll get that locked down before too long. We're open to suggestions right now. Y'all can send us emails of like a link to the place that you're like, this is a good park. And we'll check it out. But usually we like to go, Randy and I will go and scope it out, just he and I first. And then like, we'll be like, okay, we confirmed. Plan relief colors might be changing. Yeah. And that's why I love doing it the last weekend of September, is because in years past, at least, it's been quite cool and nice. Oh, right on, Johnny's. Yeah, it's pretty. It can get expensive, but everything can get expensive. Oh, Ember, I'm coming, baby. Yeah. Well, come on through, little girl. All that she wants is another baby. Whoa. My queen. My sweet babu. Ooh, Florida. I haven't been to Florida in ages. Please pardon me while I love on my Ember kitty. Yeah, this is my Ember cat. She's 19 years old and still bosses me around. Oh, there we go. It's the boss. Well, hey, Mr. Stillings. He says, have you ever made any Celtic/Irish style jewelry? Nothing historically accurate, but I do really enjoy Celtic knotwork. And Oh, I can show you this piece here. This one was relatively recent. Like, I want to get into lost wax casting so that I can do my own metal components like this. But until then, I just buy charms online and then we make stuff to kind of go with them. Yeah, she's she is an elder for sure, but she's a good girl. So now we've got those little charms on either side of this, and I'm just gonna keep going. Oh wow, well, Mr. Stillings, we currently aren't open for any custom work. We've got some other things that that we've been trying to catch up on, but if you send me an email with like pictures of what you're looking for, we can get you on the list for man, my brain. Whenever we do open up for custom work, we'll have you on the list to contact. So, ooh, Esther says, I love lost wax casting. Do you have any tips? Because I don't even know where to begin. Yeah. All right, so that one's done. Let's find, how did I do the beads on this one? Okay, they've got like little bead caps. So I'm looking for, I think I want to do some little copper beads. Like these ones here. So we have a nice antique copper tone, but the problem is I don't think it's going to fit onto my wire. And that's what I run into chronically with this stuff. Nothing like camping on Mount Washington, New Hampshire. Really? I've never been to I've been to Baltimore, but that was for a convention and we did not sightsee while we were up there. The Z-Dog, I think he's in there hanging out with Randy. Hey, Big J, how's it going? Your brain is not braining. That is true. Abby says, I have a 3-year-old tuxedo girl. She's got additional needs and is a total cuddle bug. My 18-year-old cat Millie, I had sadly passed while I was in neuro rehab. We got so attached to our kitties. I'm so sorry to hear that. That's the grief of losing them, I feel, is the price we pay for having loved them. But that's our Sam dog passed away. I don't even know if you got to meet our Millie. I'm convinced that she was just a bit of a gift that to help get me through, because she was a parvo puppy that I stole from the neighbors because they weren't getting her treatment, and I can't stand by and watch a puppy starve to death, from parvo. But anyways, she was with us almost for like exactly a year and a day, and she helped me to brain. Come on. She was my buddy while I grieved Sam, and she was Z's buddy while he grieved losing his brother. Do what?
She helped you grieve Sam.
Yeah, she helped all of us grieve Sam. But now she just lives in my heart. But that's okay. We were there for each other. Ooh, Big J says, can you make me a ring? Possibly. We are not open to custom work right now. Just we've got other things until other things that we have to take care of before I can start taking custom orders. But you can send me an email with like what ring size you're looking for and any reference images or anything like that. Esther says, I made a ring years ago in college. I still wear it. It's not coming off my finger ever. Nice. That's awesome that you got to do that. It's so fun to make jewelry and just the memories and stuff that can grow around it. Abby says, I got to see your Millie. Right on. They steal our hearts for sure. They know when we need them most. Poppy, my tuxedo, really helped to heal my heart. They come into our lives when we need them the most. I agree. She'll make you one ring to rule them all. That'd be cool. I'd love to be able to do that style of like metal smithing, but I'm not there yet. I was just watching a video essay about the Lord of the Rings earlier today. It was pretty good. It was breaking down the interactions. It was like how Saruman was gaslighting, but like I don't know, how did they put it? Uh, I don't know, Gimli wasn't having any of it. They said it really clever, but I was like, okay. And so, because apparently I did not realize this, in the Tolkien universe, dwarves are more resistant to like magic and stuff and enchantments, which that's useful to know. But that's why he was like, whenever Saruman was up there, all blah blah blah. But not a very good recap of the whole situation. Well, hey, Unmechanical, how's it going? What? My cat broke my toilet seat last night. What? He jumped on the, he's so fat. He jumped on the lid while I was opening it and the toilet lid flew off. Jiminy Christmas, that's amazing. I love fat cats. All right, what do we got going on here? So I'm doing a wrap loop because we're using the 20 gauge wire. Usually if it's a 20 gauge, I'll want to go ahead and wrap the loop as opposed to 18 gauge. Oh, Big J, I've been married for 20 years. Thank you, though. But though if you make chainmail, we might be able to make room. Hey, Randy, are you ready for another brother, husband, or sister wife?
What?
For Dragon Con prep. We will put you to work. He says, oh, sorry, you're fine. I kid.
I'm listening.
Randy goes, I'm listening. A brother in mail. Yep. Unmechanical says, can I get your number? Well, my goodness, fellas, Jesus. No, but that's very nice of you. All right, now, don't be spammy. Oops. Taking offers. We are currently taking applications for brother husbands / sister wives, if you know how to weave chainmail. It'll be purely platonic, and we can't pay you, but I will feed you probably oatmeal or something. What? Did she really? Like live ones? Mr. Stilling says, did you know Cleopatra used to wear ball pythons in her hair as jewelry? I didn't know that. That's wild. I mean, snakes are amazing though, but I wouldn't put a live animal as part of my costume. I saw somebody at an event like dancing with a snake, and that was pretty cool. Falling on the floor. She was a wild woman, right? Okay, so there's that one. Royal pythons, really? The more you know. Yeah, Randy does not like snakes. I like them though. That was one thing I do lament. I never got to go and check out the nature center at the Camp Along venue. I can't like them. That's to each their own. Like, that is okay. I've never met a critter that I didn't like, so it's, but I can understand, right? Wow, you used to have 3 of them? All right, so we're doing another one of those wrapped loops. Do you have any of the clip-on fans, honey?
I still don't know where those are.
I think they might be in that yellow lidded tote. It's 1,000,000 degrees here, you guys. Not like 1,000,000, not literally, but it is warm. Giovanna says, I've held a python when I was in Thailand and they are warm. Really? Well, hey, baby, what's up? Sorry, my cat's meowing at me. Give me a sec. What you need? Do you need let back? You want to go back upstairs? All right. I'll leave the door open for you. She just looks at me like, I hate that. Ooh, and now we can join, because the frame here on this one is 16 gauge, so I don't mind a bit just opening that up. Sarabi, Alice, and Terry. Weepy Bead. Have you met a millipede? Now there's insects that I'm like, I don't want it near me, but I don't mind it. Like, I'll watch shows about them, but I'm like, because I don't want to get bit. Like, millipedes and centipedes, are they venomous? Because for some reason I have it in my mind that they are, and I don't want to get bit. I have 2 bats that fly around my garden at night. I named them Nod and Todd. Could watch them for hours. They're funny little things. It's so cute. But yeah, so there we go. We've got another, and I think these make fantastic. It's a little big. It's very big, but I think if I made a smaller one, which that was probably one of the things that were most requested whenever we posted this tutorial, was for a smaller, like, earring sized version. Because that'd be ridiculous and amazing as an earring. Sometimes I use ridiculous in like a positive term, if that makes sense. But I don't know if I could pull that off. I mean, I don't know, I kind of want to. If Cleopatra can wear snakes in her hair, I can wear oversized earrings. Because why not? But yeah, just little coming off the ends there. And then I like to use, this is plated iron chain that I had gotten from Panda Haul. And I'm really pleased with it. I think it holds up really well. And it does a very good job of matching the Parawire wire that we like to use. But sometimes it comes all weird off of the spool. Off the spool. Oh no! Oh, Tiggy! Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm upset today. My chicken Betty died. She was 6. Oh. Oh, Tiggy, I'm so sorry to hear that. What? Are you gonna be like doing anything to memorialize her or anything like that? Oh, Ember. Oh, Ember says, no, I just had 3 hatch today. May I name one Betty in her honor? That's like the sweetest thing. Centipedes are venomous. Okay. Be Cleopatra jewelry. She paid you in gold. Ooh, nice. Oh man, that is upsetting. Like, and I know what you mean. Cause like my chickens are my pets. Like, I mean, I keep them for eggs and they don't come in the house, but they're my babies. Ember says, I love a ridiculous earring. Trisella says, my mother used to answer the door with my boa wrapped around her neck if she wanted to get rid of the person. That's probably super effective. Don't pet the centipedes. Millipedes are nice. Okay. How can you tell the difference between a centipede and a millipede, though? Like, on the spot? Like, is one out during the day and one out during night or something like that? Alright. You just count the legs. I'm not going to ask it to sit there long enough for me to count its legs. So you can see here we just attached some of that thinner chain, and then we attach the extender chain that we can hook anywhere along the length to make it however long or short. Oh, the color? Okay. If it's down to counting legs, it may take a while, right? Jean says, I bought some Raggedy Ann and Andy charms and made 3 pairs of earrings. Oh, those are cool. Are those making a comeback? I bought some bulbs to put in the garden. That's a good way to commemorate. From one chicken mama to another. Cheers, Tiggy. Ow. Ooh, 2 pairs per segment. That's super handy. Do centipedes only have 1 pair per segment? Bye, Carrie. Have a safe drive. Centipedes are with black stripes. Okay. Let me get my ruler. And then, so far, let me just measure the one I'm wearing. If I had more than 8 legs, I'm out. Gotcha, Mama Bear. That's fair. That's fair. All right, so 7 inches of chain. I used to answer the door in the buff if I didn't want to be bothered by door-to-door salespeople. Works every time. Oh, goodness, Dan. But sometimes I think I'm going to make this one a doubled up chain because this one's very thin. And Priscilla says, "Oh, I love it." My chickens figured out the doggy door. We would come home late and find them roosted along the back of the couch. No! Oh no! I remember it was, I don't know if it was the first summer that Maddie was staying with us, but it was earlier. It was the first or second. And she was like, "Why is there a chicken in the house?" Because I brought Bay in. Bay has a hard time with the heat. She doesn't bat an eye at the cold, but she's got really thick legs and thick feathering on her legs, and so she has a really hard time staying cool in the heat. And so, if in doubt, don't touch either one. That's probably what I'll go with, Giovanna. But I brought her into the house because she was like panting. She was having a hard time. And so I brought her into the house and she was there in the kitchen while I was getting like we've got a great big, we used to have a Great Dane, or a roommate did. So we had a Great Dane sized dog crate or kennel that I was getting set up to be chicken accommodations until the triple digit heat, cooled down. And Bay was just standing in the middle of the kitchen like, I've never seen this before. And Maddie came downstairs because it was first thing in the morning. And she was like, "Why is there a chicken in the kitchen?" Just the look on her face and the way that she very, like, in a controlled, methodical, like, I'm not going to panic, but I'm clearly kind of also panicking. She's such a sweet kid. Ooh, Hawk says, "When is your next event?" I have one on the last weekend of this month. Randy and, well, we're going to a thing just to check it out this weekend. And then next weekend, we're actually going down to Exeter with some friends. We're going to look at pumpkins, and pumpkin spice. And then we're vending at the Moth Market. And then we're going to be in, I don't know if we're scoping out a campground. I don't know if it's in Tennessee or if it's in, what's the one that's right under Tennessee? It's either Alabama or Arkansas. I don't know. I think it's in Tennessee, though. But we're going to go and check it out.
Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia.
It might be Mississippi. I don't know. I had a skunk for a pet when I was younger. What? What was that like, Dan? 3-day event in 1 week. I need to hustle this week. Ooh! What's at the top of your priority list, Trisella? Because 3-day events, man, I hope that that's super lucrative for you. Like super duper. Yeah, no chickens in the house for me. Ooh, can we expect Santa hat cabs this year? Maybe. That's a good idea. Honestly, a lot of it's going to have to do with whether or not we're able to get the colors in the glass. Remember that Great Dane yet been around? Yeah. Harley was a good dog. She was our roommate's dog. But, wow, having a raccoon. But they're delicious. What? Alright. So I'm just grabbing a pinch of more of those 20 gauge 1/8 inch stainless steel rings. It's very important. The aluminum in that size does not hold up. So, that okay though. Hey baby. Found them. Never mind.
You're welcome.
Randy, one of Randy's many magic powers is I can't find what I'm looking for until I ask him. As soon as it starts to come out, I'm like, "Hey, do you know where the clasps?" Don't even gotta get the clasps. Dude, but you could not wear white skunks. Skunks love marshmallows. Okay. Said no chickens in the house, but they're delicious. Gotcha. Oh no, yeah, no live chickens in the house. Now, I have a tendency, just because out of consistency and convenience for my husband and I, who are both more or less right-handed, I usually put our clasps on the right-hand side, but we do offer swaps for folks whenever they ask if they want it to be clasped with the left hand. So this is one of the spools that I get from the Ringboard, but also they sell them on Panda Hall too, and it's just about the same price. So it just depends on who you're going to get a better shipping rate from. This is the 19 gauge plated iron chain, and I like to use about 4 inches of that as my extender. And so I'm just opening up that ring, and then I'm going to come around over yonder, and I'm just hooking through both ends. And this gives us a lot of options, because what we can have going on here is not only does it give us a nice doubled up chain, which gives it a little bit more of a robust look, but now if somebody wants this necklace longer, we can extend this chain down, and it gives us some different options. So I really like it personally. So there's that one. I guess huck it in the done bucket. And then next, so Vaughn was known as the crazy chicken lady. No, I have only gray and black socks. My boyfriend says when he can't find something, he asks me. He always finds it as soon as I stand up to go show him where it is. It's a skill. Everything, says Tracella. Actually, I have enough stock, so it's just getting the new items labeled and everything packed. However, I always have more items I want to make, so I need to focus on just getting ready. Yeah, you've got this, Tracella. You're going to do great. I'm working on a pair of baby moccasins, for a customer, and doing all the beadwork as well. That's so cute, Hawk. Oh, it's good to be busy. Mr. Stilling says Panda Hall. Is that like a regional Hobby Lobby? It's like a AliExpress kind of, but just beads and stuff as far as I'm aware. But it's you're purchasing, like, I think they have some, please correct me if I'm wrong, you guys, but I think they have some warehouses in the States, so you can get the really good from China prices on some of the beads and stuff, but you can get it shipped in a much more timely manner than having to wait for it to come over on a slow boat or something. At least it was like, I think last time I ordered from Panda Hall was like 6 months ago, so I don't know if the shipping rates have changed or anything like that, but everything's in constant flux. So just coming through and checking. Do y'all have any questions? Like any chat, or like Craftroom Q&A time? Do you have any questions that I might be able to be helpful to you with about anything crafty or like business oriented or anything like that? Right on, Jean. I didn't know that they were Chinese. Let me double check that. True, too. It says China Beads, Findings, and Gems online market right there on their website. So, but now that I'm on Panda, let me see. But yeah, they got all sorts of stuff. And some of it's cheap, some of it's high quality. You just have to kind of use your judgment. I feel pretty confident through Panda Hall, just like with Fire Mountain Gems. They've been pretty transparent and consistent about if they say it's stainless steel, it seems to be actually stainless steel, which is very nice, because some websites, they'll just say pleated alloy, and I'm like, yes, but like, tell me more. Stephanie says, hey Vaughn, hey Stephanie, how are you organizing your chain now? Poorly, but let me show you. I like AliExpress and I don't trust Temu. I still have not bought anything off of Temu because I'm like, I know that once I do, I'm never going back. So, well, the way that we organize our chain, Stephanie, is over here. You can see we have this pegboard, and I have no rhyme or reason right now, but this is where I set my mannequin, and this is where I've been making like body chains and stuff. So other than that pegboard, I just come in here and kind of keep, like, this is my little craft area. That's where I keep my wire on some more pegboard, and then you can see there's some pegs sticking out right here that whenever I'm a good girl and put my tools away, they just go like that. Except for this jank guy. Like, I don't even know what I'm going to do with that right now. That is a nightmare. So, Put it back on the tripod. There we go. Okay. All that she wants is another baby. There we go. And you call that poorly? Well, there's no rhyme or reason. If it were well organized, it would be by like color and gauge. Like it would be from thinnest to thickest to different colors. Bloom, bloom, bloom. That's how I would do that. Ooh, Hawk says, I noticed the difference between jump rings you and I had. Can you explain the difference? Okay, let me grab, I've got like a little paper. Here it is. So this is something that I get from Chainmail Joe whenever I order rings. And it's like an aspect ratio ring sizer. And whenever you're looking at a chainmail ring, you have the wire gauge, which is the thickness of the wire. And then you have the, how is it that they do it? The inside diameter. So whenever like I say 18 gauge 3/16, in chainmail terms, at least as far as what I say and do and am familiar with, that's the gauge of the wire, so the thickness of the wire, and typically it's in standard wire gauge, which with a lot of wire wrapping, it'll be listed in American wire gauge. So a 18 gauge in parawire is actually like a 20 gauge for chainmail rings, which is just, But anyways, the 3/16 is the size of the inner diameter. So like, and this one's actually super handy because Chainmail Joe lists off, I realize it's backwards, I'm so sorry you guys, but like, so like this one, the weave that Randy's doing is a European 6-in-1. And let's see if he has that listed. He doesn't have that listed, but he has the European one. So that's close enough. And it says the ideal aspect ratio is a 4, or you can use a 4 through a 7. So like on this chart, the aspect ratio is like, I don't know, something math where like you divide like the gauge by the inner diameters, or I let the chart do the hard math part for me, and then I just do the weaving. But the rings that you were using, Hawk, had a higher aspect ratio. So it's a thinner wire, being the 18 gauge, with a 1/4 inch inner diameter. And so sometimes I either like to thicken the ring, and so the weave that you were trying to do with the half Persian 3-in-1 does really well with like a 16 gauge 1/4 inch. Just so that it takes up a little bit more of that space on the inside of the ring. And then or you could have gone down a little bit in the inner diameter size and gone with a smaller ring, and that way you could stick with the same 18 gauge wire, but it's a smaller ring. So again, it's gonna depend on, like, that's going to affect how dense the weave comes out, which some weaves want a much looser, like this one. I would weave, if it weren't stretchy, we'd be using the size rings that you were using, that 18 gauge 1/4 inch, whereas with these ones we were able to pull it off with the 16 gauge, but that's just because it's stretchy. So I hope that makes sense. Ember says, I refer to that chart every day. Jean says, I need one. Let me actually find you. The Ring Lord has a free one that you can just print off. There's that Z-Dog. There you go. So hopefully that'll be helpful to y'all, but you can just go there and print it off. And that way, if I ever don't know what ring size I'm dealing with, you can actually set it there on the paper, and it's like to scale, which is awesome. Oh no, Ember says, I gotta buy a new shelf. I don't know how my cats busted and twisted up a metal shelf, but they managed. Thank goodness, for most of my beads were contained. Cool. Oh my god, I'm so glad it's not as bad as what you thought. Because, man, bead spilling can be like spilling. I love chainmail, but starting with nothing but tiny hoops seems daunting. I get that. But it's, if there's a crafter, there's a way. Trisha, oh really? She says, I love watching you try to find things. It must be how I look, because I know it is there somewhere, but where did I put it? Mama Bear says, I don't care who has my data, give me low prices. Yeah. Bead danger, crafter road. Do I need it or want it? Ah, right. Well, hey, Palantini, how's it going? Oh, wow. Oh, okay. Well, we're gonna bloop. That's enough of that. But yeah, I do hope that was helpful to you, Hawk. Have you thought of making chainmail dice bags? Ooh. Now, I'm going to be honest. If you're looking for chainmail dice bags, I highly recommend. His name is Mr. Boombody. I think I pronounced that correct. I hope I did. But he streams on Twitch and Kick, and he's got like an Instagram. This dude does super high quality work and has very nice dice bags. They are a lot of work. And so I haven't made some in a very long time, but back whenever I did make them, we'd do them with like a hand sewn like velvet insert. That way it's not scratching your stuff up. But you always need the beads. Only one box popped open out of the 30 or so. That is a good day. That is a good day. But yeah, I can actually pull down and show you. Hey, Randy. Can I steal one of your trays of rings, please? Oh, I love that, man. All right. So let's see. Let me put these ones away because these ones are expensive. Like, so much. Ooh. Oh, that sounds delicious, Hawk. What's your channel about? Well, hey, Misha. We do tutorials on handmade jewelry and costumes and all sorts of different things. Crafty. But right now, I was going to demonstrate. We've got two. Let's see if I can. Yes. So these two, I don't know if you can tell, but one is very slightly thicker than the other. This is a 16 gauge and that's an 18 gauge, but they both have the same size inner diameter, which is like basically the size of the mandrel that you coil the wire on. And these are anodized, and we get these from the Ring Lord. And I'm still pretty consistently pleased with what I get from them. I've seen some folks being like, boo, I don't like it on online, but I still have. Anytime that you guys have problems like with your rings and stuff, just contact the Ring Lord. They'll like replace it for free. Like, they're easy to work with. But sometimes I wonder, I'm always suspicious when somebody who sells chainmail rings is complaining about the Ring Lord, because I'm like, I mean, I've coiled and cut my own rings, and I run into a lot of those same problems too. And I hope my customers will be kind to me whenever I'm, human and make mistakes. So one is smaller on the outside, yes, and that's the thickness of the wire. And so it's a very minute difference, but whenever you're weaving something, that little bit of difference, it's like the difference between using a size 8 and a size 6 seed bead, or doing a bead necklace and you're doing 6mm instead of 8mm. That little bit of difference adds up quick. So quick. Bye, Abby. It was so great to get to see you. I'm so glad that you're doing better. It's midnight here, so I'm gonna head to bed. It's easy to get inside and outside diameter confused. Yeah, I only shop in inside diameter because I'm like, why are you listing it that way? But that's how I learned chainmail, so that's how I keep doing it because it works for me. But the right way is whichever way you like best. So even in quilting, it happens. Gotcha. Mr. Stilling says, I need to get back into costume making. Last piece I did was for a Viking faux fur mantle to go over my cloak. It was so warm. I bet that was super cool, though. I love the Viking stuff. It's kind of like ebbed a little bit in, like, it was really popular there for a little bit. But, Kay says when ordering, some vendors are standard wire gauge and some are American wire gauge. It makes me wild. Like, I'm bringing your rings back, baby. But yeah, typically, at least for myself, here on this channel, if I say you need a thicker ring, I mean the wire gauge. And if I say you need a smaller or a larger ring, I mean the inner diameter. So hopefully that's helpful to y'all. But that is it for us for today, you guys. Thank you all so much for coming and hanging out in today's live stream. We got a little bit of crafting done, which I'm very pleased with. I love this little potion bottle design, and considering we are sending out 2 groovy cabs in each of the October craft along kits, I'm really excited to have some different groovy cab designs to offer to you guys this month. Oh, right on. I got you, Hawk. Yeah, oh my god, it's always my joy to get to host you guys here just hanging out in the craft room. So, yeah, well, y'all have a good rest of your weekend as well. We have a shop update coming out on Monday. We should have tutorials on Tuesday and Thursday. The Tuesday tutorial may be a short, but that's okay. And then, we'll live stream again next Friday. And any live stream, y'all, we gotta show you the beads. Come look at the kiln with me. All right, so this is my kiln. So yesterday on our craft along with, oh, look at these beads. We sell custom beads on our website, and it had been a while since any had been placed. Any orders had been placed. Oh no. Here's a tripod. Let me get the tripod. But this way I can use both hands. Oh, that's heavy. Oops. Okay. All right. So this was the first one that we did, and my fear came through that it's like you can't really see the dots on it. There were supposed to be some like little teal dots. So this one is the same colors, but I put a wee bitty white dot underneath that like aqua teal color. I mean, and it's like a completely different bead. So there's those 2. And then how many of y'all were in yesterday's live stream? This is one of the gravity swirl beads, which I just love how that came through with all those different layers. This was the apple blush and dark grass green. The ADHD is strong in this one. It's my superpower. And then, ooh, here's that Caribbean blue. Oh, one of my favorites, which do y'all want to see? Let me show you. My favorite. That I actually want to make into a necklace for myself, actually, is these are the Caribbean blue in a whole set. And I just love. So that's just one rod. This is how that glass starts out. And that's how it looks as a bead. Absolutely. Where'd I pull that from? Okay. I love making glass beads. It feels absolutely magical to get to just set it on fire. Oops. Look at that one with the little pomegranate tip. That was another one of our gravity swirl. Totally digging it. And then we've got, I need to stop stabbing that. I'm ruining my fire bricks out of pure enthusiasm and lack of depth perception. Oh, and then look at that little guy. Oh, love it. All right, we're done. And then this was another little gravity swirl bead. Oh, I could probably redo that one for her. And you know, and I think I will, because there's a crack in the bead. So it looks like I'm going to be doing some torch work later tonight. But we'll need to remake that one so that that pattern goes all the way around. I don't know if it was cracked before I dropped it, but it certainly is now. So we have a casualty, but okay. Alrighty, y'all. Thank you again so much for coming and hanging out with me today. I will see y'all in our next video. And until then, maybe sign up for our newsletter. That way you never miss out. And happy crafting. Bye.